Okay, so welcome to Windows 10 training for beginners. I'm your instructor Zishan Khan and you are watching IT Army. So in this video we are going to talk about taskbar. In the taskbar different components are there. Now what taskbar means, as the name suggests, taskbar where you are managing the task for an operating system. The tasks are the application that you are running. So you can switch between different tasks or you can launch applications and a lot of more stuff you can do. We are going to see in this video. So let's get started. Okay, so you can see over here the very first button, that is the Windows button. We have already talked about that, the start button we call it. And next to that we have the search bar. This also is new in Windows 10. We'll talk about that later. And next to that also we have the task view. And after that we have the list of all the applications. So we have the new browser in Windows 10, that is Edge, Explorer. We have Microsoft Store link, and we have email. So these four links are available. So we can use taskbar to launch these applications, and if I click on File Explorer, the application gets launched. Again I click on that, the application gets minimized. So this can also be used for minimizing and restoring the application. And other option is if I want to launch multiple instances of the same application, I need to shift and click on that, because if I click on this, it just simply minimizes and restores the application. But if I press shift key and press on the same icon, it opens the second window or second instance of the same application. So this way it's fine if you want to have multiple applications, multiple instances of the same application running, you can use for that. What else you get is when I right click on that, you get to see the quick access. You can quickly launch these applications. You can unpin from the taskbar, or you can close the window that is already open. And if you want to add more applications to the taskbar, for example, if I right click, if I press the start button and I work on Camtasia, I right click and I say I want to add it to the taskbar, I can go to more, and then I can click on pin to the taskbar. So this is one way. Other ways, I can simply drag and drop. So if I want to add Camtasia recorder, I can click and drop it over here and the application gets added. And the third way is that if you are already running an application, for instance, if I launch calculator and now I say that I want to add this to the taskbar, I can simply right click and then you're gonna see this option, pin to the taskbar. So the application gets pinned. So even if I close this application, you're gonna see that that application is there. So if I click it, it opens calculator. Shift click it, it opens one more instance of the same calculator. So this is how we can manage this task. You can right click on that, unpin it from there. And suppose if I don't work with Microsoft Store, I can right click and I say unpin from taskbar, and that application is gone. Then on the right hand side further, you're gonna see we have people's icon. This also is optional if you don't want to work with it. It's an application basically. You can say show people on that taskbar, and if you remove it, that application is gone. Again, right click, show people on the taskbar, it's back. Then on the right hand side further, you're gonna see the list of application. This area is called as system tray, where you're gonna see the list of some system icons like whether you are connected to the network, the volume, the date and time, and a lot of other applications, third-party applications may be sitting over there, and you can manage the applications. You can right click and adjust. You can right click over here, see the network settings. I right click over here, adjust the volume, single click on that, adjust the volume. I can click on that to get to the calendar. So different settings are available. The last icon over here you are seeing is the Action Center. I can click on that. It opens the notification window where you can see the notifications, and then we have couple of toggle on off buttons where I can switch between tablet mode and desktop mode, configure the network, go to settings, and if I further expand, I get a lot of more options over here. So this is how we can get to that, and there is a shortcut for that, for getting to the Action Center. Windows plus A to get to the Action Center. And if you want to directly jump to the taskbar, Windows plus T, you get access to the taskbar. Then you can use the left and right arrow key to navigate. If you want to jump to the system tray area, Windows plus B, and you jump to that area, and then you can navigate between the buttons. And then if you also want to directly launch any application, you can use Windows plus and the number. For example, this application is at number 1, this is number 2. So if I want to launch Explorer, I can press Windows plus 2 and it launches that application. I want to launch mail Windows +3, and it launches the mail application. So this is another shortcut through which you can launch the applications. Next, on the extreme right in the taskbar, you're gonna see a very thin area is there. When I bring the mouse over it, right? Let me open some applications. And when I bring the mouse over it, it's going to show the peek preview. By default, it is not like that. By default, you won't be able to see it is like this. So what will happen is when you take the mouse in the extreme bottom right corner and you click on that, it shows the desktop. Again, you click, it shows the applications back. So this is one option available. It gives you the sneak peek preview of your desktop. So if you just want to bring the mouse over it and want to have the preview, I can right click and say peek at desktop. So now what will happen is that when I bring the mouse over in the bottom right corner, it shows the preview of the desktop. As soon as I move the mouse away from there, it shows your application. So this is nice option if you want to quickly have a preview on the desktop. Other option is normally for launching any application. I can simply click on any icon over here. Okay, so further we are going to talk about the taskbar. Inside the taskbar, we have a lot of more settings. If I right click, you're gonna see we have an option for locking the taskbar. By default, the taskbar is locked. What does it mean is that I cannot move the taskbar. So if I try to move this taskbar in the right or top or left of the screen, I cannot move. So if I right click and I say I want to remove this lock, now you have unlocked this. So now if you want to click and drag it towards right or top or left, you can move the taskbar. So now it's like in Mac OS, you have at the top, you can click the button, it pops out. So it's your choice how you want to move it. So I'll keep it back at the bottom. Then we have further settings. I can right click and I can click on the taskbar properties. From here we can manage the properties of the taskbar. From here also you can switch it on or off. Then we have option to automatically hide it or not. So by default, taskbar is always visible. If you want to make it auto hide, you can click on this and you can see the taskbar is gone. As soon as you move the mouse in the bottom right, at the bottom of the screen, you're gonna see the taskbar. You move away and that taskbar is gone. So this option is available. And then we have option for using the small icons in the taskbar. If I click on that, the taskbar becomes much more narrow and the icons also are smaller. So you get more, you can add more buttons to the taskbar. And then we have use peek previews that I already discussed. And then we have option over here for adding the command. So if you go to the power user menu from Windows +X, we have PowerShell. If you want to work with command prompt, you can switch it on from here. And now when I press Windows +X, you get to the command prompt. Then we have option for badges. Badges are basically kind of notification counts like you might have seen in your Android and iOS devices. If you receive an email, it shows you how many email messages you have received. So same is the case over here. If you receive any email, it's going to show a number over here in the taskbar above the mail icon. If you don't want to see that, you can switch it off from here. Then again, we have settings related to taskbar. What is the location you want to see the taskbar in the bottom, left, right, or top? You can adjust from there. Then we have option for combining the buttons. So normally what happens is that if you are having multiple instances of the same application running, for example, I open Explorer window, then I open another Explorer window where I go to downloads, I open another Explorer window, I go to pictures. So I have 3 instances of the same application running. And when I bring the mouse over it, it shows the thumbnail preview of all those windows. And when I bring the mouse over those small windows, it shows the full screen preview of that window. So in case if you don't want to group these applications, you can do it from here. You say that always hide the labels, or I can say when the taskbar is full. So in case if your taskbar is full, it will combine them. If it is not full, it will expand. Or I can go for never combine them. So for each and every instance of the same application running, you're gonna see the separate button over here. You can directly jump them, and also shows the label of that application. So I'll switch it back to default. Then we have notification area. Whatever icons you are seeing in the notification area, you can switch them on or off, and you can decide which applications, which icons appear in the system area. I don't have multiple displays, so I'll not be talking about multiple displays as of now. Maybe in future videos I will set up multiple displays and then we'll talk about this content. And then we have people. So this people's icon, how many contacts should be shown if you want to call or send message or email, you can configure from here. So that's all from this video, and hope you like this video. If you have any questions or comments, please post in the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video.